like I've understood, to some degree, just how much more improvement we need to make as far as making even this workshop and the way it is now more apt for production, and not just like we've been doing great with what we've had to work with on the R&D front, but where I especially have dropped the ball is not being as disciplined as I need to be, specifically when it comes into setting up the right practices for production. And that's something that, again, it's already like being worked on, but over the next few weeks, over the next few months, and then, carrying on into the years to come, like really like, all right, I need to be serious of like, there's no one else around that is going to really dedicate themselves to making Develop Air here and now, not just a great product that we can demo and show off on our videos or go out and do outreach events with, or, build one or two of, or a dozen of to order, but really like, for a lack of a better way to phrase it, lock in, this is the product. And yes, we're going to continue making iterations and improvements, but as we're making those iterations and improvements, how are we phasing out the old design, the old iteration, phasing in the new design in a more structured way, getting rid of all the old inventory that sometimes gets mixed up. One of the problems that kind of blew me up earlier today when you got here, and I shouldn't have, because someone's trying to help, and then there I go, what the fuck, you fucking and not like exactly that, but that's kind of how it was coming across. And it's like, because we have like our base model Develop Air here, and then we have our Develop Air HP, and then there's one model in between these. So 3-pound payload capacity, 7-pound payload capacity. Now, given this has an extended landing gear, this is not standard, so these taller landing gear can be used on this base model Develop Air as well. But to me, it is clear as day. These are two separate products. One, the motors, that's a big giveaway. But then the different voltage battery, the props also being installed on this one, and someone, not going to name names, was doing a setup or integration of this thermal camera with this Develop Air instead of the Develop Air HP that was supposed to be set up with.
This one is not set up to even...
And, well, he did set it up to...
But
work
it's not
with that
designed to be a part of that, right?
Correct, because this is actually going out to a customer with that thermal camera. And so it's like, fuck, this wouldn't happen if like really anyone outside of me like really just cared about understanding each Develop Air model, what the nuances are between them, and like really like just at a quick glance able to say that's a base model Develop Air with an upgraded RTK GPS top cover, versus this is a Develop Air HP with an upgraded RTK GPS top cover. And we just don't have the documentation, in place, unless I am literally like any time and every time we get someone new coming in, just going through each Develop Air model with them, going through every sort of detail with it. And so like one of the assignments I've given interns that are doing R&D work with us, beyond their R&D work, pick one of our 4 Develop Air models that we have actually in the market right now, so not the Develop Air Micro, and I want you to become, for lack of a better way, an expert. I want you to know every component that goes into it, how to set it up, how to configure it, how to fly it. And that will hopefully be, a big step for us, and, making sure that, hey, yeah, there's cool R&D going on here, but first and foremost, we are making and selling products. And if we can't all like really lock that in our heads, none of this is going to fly in the way that we want to, longer term.
And I see in your final or the next office that you have when you leave this beautiful, great space you have here, when you get you're going to have, I would envision, a customer walks in and there's like you see in so many of these manufacturing facilities, there's a little office in the front. Yep. It's a showroom. And I see a table or, a display
of each
with
of our models.
Each one going from the micro to the mini to, all the way up.
Base model, XE, HP.
Yeah, and have them all laid out and maybe a little explanation, with
a
each
product
one.
card.
Yeah, a product card. maybe even a video, a TV on a continual feed showing the various ones, that are being operated and demos on them.
Jim's coming in and getting hired to do our